Well, hello there, it's Deej.
And Crypto Deej here, on my journey to mine them all.
In this video, we're gonna blow your minds with how similar Pokemon and crypto really are. But please don't leave even if you're an expert in Pokemon and crypto. If you're not, you need to stay for education. But if you are gonna leave, click the link in the description, go to my community page, I put a poll out there,
And vote whether you partake in crypto or not.
to see how many people are actually in both hobbies. I mean, crypto is not necessarily a hobby, but they're both alternative investment forms. If you're an adult, and even if you aren't,
Don't be naughty, kids.
connection of the two alternative income sources have become inevitable, and I'm going to explain to you the similarities.
Why so many crypto nerds are into collectibles, and why if you are in one, it helps to be aware of the other.
We'll begin by exploring the overlap between Pokemon and crypto, focusing on the essentials that you need to know.
And start to use some crypto tools to help understand how to reach the moon.
Rion. I'm no financial advisor or expert in crypto, but I have survived more than one bear and more than one bull cycle, and I spent a very long time being a lead mod for a serious trading group. I've taken a major step back this crypto cycle though, and I decided to spend all my time really on my Pokemon store and YouTube, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. For you people who are not into crypto, there may be some vocabulary that you don't know, and I'm going to do my best to share it with you in a Pokemon sense, and I think it's going to be kind of fun.
In crypto, we have something called minting, which is where you pay money in order to get an NFT or a non-fungible token
Awesome art sent to your wallet. Collection.
in order for you to collect, sell, trade, or display.
In Pokemon, we open packs to get cool cards and big hits. So in Pokemon, we open packs, and in crypto, we mint NFTs, whether it's trying to pull big hits or whether it's trying to mint rare traded NFTs. Both have the aspect of gambling to try and get more value than what you started with, but in a colorful, fun way.
In crypto, we use something called exchanges, which is where we can go and trade coins fairly and equally after they 10x'd for maximum gains.
In Pokemon, we use TCG Player, eBay, and our hands to trade and sell cards, to increase our collection, to profit, and sometimes for fun? Maybe? Really, the trading aspect is the most obvious connection. I mean, the word is there, it's just obvious, but it also is what makes it the perfect gateway for these two sects to match. And no, not that kind of sex. SECTS. Don't be that guy.
In crypto, when our NFT project mints out, all the NFTs we bought will instantly bring us to Valhalla.
In Pokemon, when products go out of print or sell out on the Pokemon Center, that means it's time for things to go sky high. So in crypto and Pokemon, we're looking for scarcity. We're looking for decreasing number of tokens, so that's why a sealed product attracts people, and that's why there are tokens out there that are deflationary. A lot of the famous ones you know about are inflationary because you can create them from mining, but there are deflationary tokens out there, and those are always really interesting to invest in as a crypto person.
In crypto, we look at charts, prices, and pictures all day and night in order to find the hidden gems to invest in.
In Pokemon, we look at charts, prices, and pictures all day and night in order to find sets and cards to invest in. Both are going to require research and analytical skills to try and out PvP everybody out there. Though I personally would argue that there's much more nuance and fun to Pokemon, and that's why I personally spend more time with it, even though the game potential isn't quite there.
In crypto, we must be pros at fleecing those noobs. Or be fleeced. We also have to learn how to avoid scams, rugs, and wallet drains.
Pokemon, we have to learn the tricks of the trade because there are always people out there trying to scam with fake cards, fake listings, trying to send back product already opened, trying to send you balloons. And again, unfortunately, this is another aspect that correlates one-to-one with crypto. There's just always going to be scumbag crooks out there trying to take your money in any way possible. by tricks or whatever their degen brains can think of.
In crypto, we burn tokens in order to make the remaining tokens more valuable.
Kids, streamers, and me open the limited supply of Pokemon cards out there, which inevitably makes the product way more valuable. So in both of these, value is created by diminishing supply or by increasing demand, and we're seeing both of those in English right now. And in crypto, the demand is increasing, the supply is not diminishing, but the demand is way outpacing the supply increase for things like Bitcoin. Every token is way different, but in general, the supply of all the coins you probably know about if you're not into crypto, they're inflationary. There are more tokens being mined at all times.
In crypto, we study white papers and pay very close attention to the fully diluted value and the market cap in order to help us predict how much room up or down a token can move.
Pokemon, we try and crowdsource numbers for allocations and total numbers of cards printed or graded in order to help us determine what the future value is going to be. This is where the fun part comes in and where it really brings the two together. We all feel like if we try hard enough, we're going to be able to create some kind of advantage over the other human beings out there, so we can use our intellect to study the facts and the numbers and, you know, all the other stuff that we do in order to create profit at a higher rate than the market or inflation or your buddy. Okay, that's enough for the definitions and relations. Let's actually talk about this for a second. So, like I said, I do own crypto and have been into the depths of DeFi and even learned how to write smart contracts and launch them. But like I said before, this cycle I'm full go on Pokemon and letting my long hold crypto just sit there. The reason for this is actually the biggest difference between the two Ponzi schemes, and that's because one is one of the safest investments known to mankind and one is one of the riskiest. Crypto can legitimately be one of the most stressful experiences depending on your bag size, how much money you have outside of crypto, how much of a shitcoin you're actually investing big amounts of dollars in. Even though I was not doing it beyond my means, I was still glued to my phone constantly, and it affected my life at home. And for me, that just wasn't a viable option. Yeah, I want to get rich. Yeah, I would love to not work a day job. But what's the point if you're neglecting your family? And to me, sacrificing a few years to really grind it out, it really just wasn't worth it. And I knew that I was going to get there in the long term by just doing what I'm still doing and focusing on Pokemon. So I decided to just do that. Crypto has no bottom. So tomorrow there could be a law that does something that bans crypto, or yeah, I know that's probably not going to happen now, but you never know. The point is, like, even if it got banned, people would say you can't really ban crypto, and that's true. There are people that would still do it illegally, but it would definitely drop the usage rate. It would drop the value because there are a lot of people that just wouldn't want to mess with anything illegitimate, and that is a far-fetched thing. But if you've been in crypto long enough, you know these black swans happen. So it's just something you need to be aware of. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think this cycle is going to end, because last cycle I was telling my mom about my gains, and this cycle she's telling me about her gains and telling me to buy XRP. So you know when it's at that point. In the past it's a top signal, but this time I'm taking it as like she's trying to buy more. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like a top signal to me this time. But please don't take this as a reason to dive into crypto if you haven't. This is really just a fun video to compare the two. I'm going to tell you a little story. So I personally took 4 figures to 6 figures back like 5 or 6 years ago, and I told my buddy about it. He immediately invested $20K of a house down payment. Didn't ask me about it, didn't tell his wife. He just put it on the on-ramp onto Coinbase and then put it into DeFi and started doing some of the stuff I was doing. I was like, dude, take that money off right now. And he was like, no, it'd be too much. I would lose $100 in fees. And I was like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing yet. There's a lot to learn. Anyways, he lost most of it. He still got a little left, but it never made it back out. And don't let that be you. If you are going to do it, educate yourself. Don't just dive in. Just like Pokemon, if you're buying Prismatic Evolutions at $100, sure, it could go up a little bit, but it's surely going to come back down eventually once they start printing more and more and more. It's exactly the same thing. Well, in crypto, there's times when I went to bed buying a coin that literally was 10K market cap. So if you could put 10K in and buy every coin ever minted. I went to bed, woke up, and that market cap was $1 million. So my investment 100x'd. And that can't happen in Pokemon. You can get a quick 2x in Pokemon pretty easily, but 100x just isn't legitimate. Like, it's far-fetched and crazy. But the stress is there. You can also take $100 to $1 very easily, or zero.
To further help you all understand why collectibles boom when crypto booms, it's actually extremely simple, and I touched on it a bit earlier if you were listening. In crypto, we try every possible way to try and not pay taxes. But the reason is, you can put purchased collectibles in your chimney closet without that money ever touching an exchange or a bank. I know what you're thinking.
But wait, don't you have to put money into a crypto wallet somehow and then the government will see it?
Well, yeah, that's true, but once you on-ramp some money onto something like Coinbase, which the government will know about, you can then send it to a personal wallet. And there's some back alley ways to make sure that that money gets to a place where it's not linked to you. Or you can just say you gave money to a friend. So once you have that money in an untracked wallet, all you have to do is make your crypto gains. And once you have those crypto gains, you have the Pokemon sellers out there that take crypto as payment. And there's also websites out there that let you trade crypto for gift cards, like GameStop or Best Buy or even eBay. Once the product is in my hands, I can go to a local card shop, meet and greet, a card show, and next thing I know, I have actual cash in my hand. No taxes paid. We are no different.
So even though Crypto Deej just explained that, I want to explain that I would never do that. Another reason I gravitate towards Pokemon, I feel like when I'm doing crypto, I kind of like am doing kind of shady stuff. If you stay on Coinbase and stuff, you're going to be fine, but it's so hard to track your taxes once you start trading DeFi. It's very hard to not feel like you're doing something illegal or wrong. I did my best and used all the softwares out there, but it is not straightforward, and that's another reason why I just stick with Pokemon as much as I can. I know this video is getting a little long, and I was going to break down a couple cards in the sense that are in my thumbnail, but I'm going to make a follow-up video because in my trading group, what I focused on was swing trading. I did lots of charting, and with, RSI, Fibonacci, trendline, all that stuff. So I want to do that on some Pokemon charts. I think that'd be really fun. And also to do that, we'll look at try and find the circulating supply and the market cap, and we'll try and calculate some of that stuff out and pick an investment. I think that'd be really fun. So like and subscribe. If you're this far, you know you want more of my content. Just do it, please. That video where we pick an investment will be fun. Even if you don't like the investment we pick, you'll learn something about charting and the way that money moves, because it's all about emotions. They say that charts drive the news. But let's take a quick look at the Umbreon in my thumbnail. I chose Umbreon because it has a ton of data points and is a hot pick currently. So obviously we've all seen this price chart, but all these data points are real numbers and do exist, and Pokemon may be the only people who can get the real numbers, but there are a lot of us out there that do try and find this information and the financial advantages with it. I can say for sure, I know Pokenomics, Patreon, and E4 are probably the best source for that kind of stuff. I know Pokenomics, he's made presentations about that kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing. You should go check it out. I mostly just use the readily available information out there, and I did for this, but I find it extremely interesting to see what the market cap is of certain cards. So I'll tell you a couple real quick. So the Umbreon with 14,000 pop in PSA 10, that means at a value of $1,800, that makes the total market cap $26 million. So if you had $26 million, you could buy every single PSA 10 Umbreon out there right now. So that's how that works. And PSA 10 base set Charizard, there are only 485 of those. So even though it's going for 10K, the market cap's only 5 million. So you could have $5 million and buy every single PSA 10 base set Charizard out there, but you'd need 26 million to buy all the Umbreons. So that kind of tells you how much money is in each card. So it tells you, like, it's kind of a sign of popularity, honestly. Popularity and rarity, it's a combination, but very interesting. So just a quick data point is the Surging Sparks Pikachu is currently going for 2,100, has a PSA 10 pop of 357 already, almost at base set Charizard, which is nuts. But that puts its market cap at 750K. So if it has any place next to Umbreon VMAX, then you know for sure that graded number is going to go up. You also know for sure that price is going to fluctuate. It's probably going to come down a little bit. Maybe it'll come back up eventually. But if you compare the market caps, you know that value is going to have to come down as that pop goes up, because it's going to equal out, and eventually that market cap's going to go up. So the price is going to go up as well. But it's just something to be careful of. This is the kind of stuff that crypto people do. They're looking at the market cap, the amount of coins out there, the amount of volume. It's all part of the play. I'm going to end this video telling you about a dream I have where Pokemon can be traded like crypto, but nothing fractional like that liquid marketplace crap. It's like stocks where if you buy it, you can request the physical product to be sent to your house, but if not, you can just have the brokerage hold all your stuff. So you buy a sealed product, it's stored in data form somewhere out there, and if you want it, you can take it, have them send it to you. If not, you just have a portfolio online, just like crypto. It's kind of like the PSA and PWCC vaults, but also for sealed and singles, and I just think that would be really cool. I like having this stuff personally, but there are lots of sealed items that I would surely just buy and let somebody else store. You pay a small maintenance fee, but I think that'd be cool. So if you have the means to do that, just please do it and give me credit for the idea. Okay, now is the reminder. Click the link. I'm actually linking it up here now that we're at the end. First like, first subscribe, but then go click on the link to this poll and vote. Tell all of us, let's get an idea of the numbers of people that are in Pokemon and crypto. I think it's going to be extremely interesting. I hope you learned something today and had a little laugh with us while doing so. Thanks for joining me on
Our journey to catch 'em all.